Alright, back again. Day 3. Got the oil pan back up yesterday. Got everything together, got the motor mounts in it, and dropped it back down, the motor back down, and then called it a night because I actually made a mistake and I put the oil pan bolts up without putting these brackets right here on. They're like a washer bracket that goes on both sides all the way down. So I had to re-drop one side at a time, take all the bolts out, put those brackets on, put them back up, retorque everything all the way back down. Excuse me, I just ate. Yeah, so the SD card was full. I don't know if it got any of that or all of it or not. And the other SD card was being full. So yeah, we're back at it, and I'm gonna get under here, lift the car up. I don't even know where Ken's at. I just popped his garage door open and came in here. So I'm gonna get the car up in the air and get the motor mount bolts locked down, put the starter back on, tighten that back up, put the coil back on it, plug the windshield wiper motor back in, the plug for that, put the cap back on it, and all the plug wires back on it, the air filter housing back on it. And then we're gonna assess the situation, which should only have been dealt with this winter when the car goes down to Chris Hendren, but we try to remove the trans cross member bolts. They had been soaking in ATF for probably 2.5 to 3 weeks. We sprayed it up into the frame, let it soak, and then we actually soaked down some napkins and shoved them in there. I can't remember if I explained this or not before, but so that they would soak and it wouldn't be that hard to go back in, or they, they'd come out easy. The 2 passenger side came out real easy. The 1 on the driver's side gave us a problem, but it came out. And then the 4th one was a different size head, which means it had been changed. And that one, it seemed like it was cool. It started coming out. It was all right. Against our better judgment, and then somebody telling us not to, went ahead and hit it with an electric impact and shattered all the steel and everything. So transmission is not really holding up very well on that side. So we're going to assess it and probably end up cutting out all the rot in that one area, bending up some angle iron, cutting it all out, supporting the trans with a one of the spin up jacks over there in the corner that we use when we try to do the motor, lift the motor up while it was on the lift. Quick jack, I think it's called. And we'll support it with that, cut out all the steel that's bad, and then basically put the trans cross member back up, jack that up to where we know exactly where the bolt holes are supposed to be, mark them, take them out, drill them, and then flip them over, find nuts and bolts at the right length, weld the nuts to the back side, and then stitch weld the whole piece of steel in to that place where it's gone. Grind down the welds, treat it, and then mount the trans back up so it's fine. And then it'll be ready. I can still drive it around or whatever. And then I think I might be taking a break from working on this car for a little bit. I need to spend time with my daughter and my wife. I've been coming out here every day for a while now, so I'm probably going to get back to hanging out with them a little bit. And then I might get off into another video. I purchased a trailer from a buddy I got one of my engines from. It's actually here at Ken's. It needs some work. I might do a video on that. Granted, yes, it is not 3rd gen related, but I might just post it to my personal page as opposed to sharing it on the Facebook pages, because a lot of times, since it's not 3rd gen related, there's a lot of haters out there, and they tend to get me in trouble on Facebook to where I can't post and stuff like that. So instead of going against the grain, I will just post it to my personal friends on my Facebook page and leave it at that. And if you guys reshare it on there, then I'll get more views, and that'll be that. But we might do that. And then also I have a tow dolly that I've used like a dozen times. I didn't pay a whole lot for it. It has a title. I might bring it out here, might take the fenders off of it, beat all the dents out of it, give it a quick paint job. Maybe, I don't know if it's in the budget yet, but I might buy a real lighting kit for it, because I was using magnetic lights when I was towing with it. wire it up with real lights, but I don't know if I'm gonna go that far. You know, basically paint it up, make it nice, pretty. Everything works on it. It's really nice, heavy duty. It's got electric brakes, or it's got brakes on it. I don't even know if they work or whatever. I haven't messed with it, but we might do a video on that or something, because I want to get that up for sale, and I want to get my trailer, you know, up and ready to go, to where if I need it, anything happens, it's available. Or I mean, Ken has 2 trailers, but it's always good to have a trailer available, especially, you know, sometimes there's deals that come out of the woodwork and you can't pass them up. I'm actually kicking myself for a deal at a roller that I was going to go get. My buddy had my tow dolly at the time. I couldn't get to the tow dolly, and by the time I got around to get my tow dolly, somebody else had already bought it. Come to find out, it was a rust-free car, really nice. Granted, I'm not a Firebird guy, but really nice car. The guy's actually redoing it, keeping it, and putting a nice built 406 in it with a 6-speed. It's going to be really nice when he's done. He's been doing a lot of progress on it in the last 6 months. But yeah, so we're going to get into this. I'm going to put it up in the air and tighten all these motor mount bolts down, and then slap the starter up in there, get all that in, get the try to put the torque converter bolt shroud back on. It's really nasty and gunky. I'll probably scrape all that stuff out. But these 2 top bolts here, them were the ones that they broke off into the bell housing. So I'm going to try to put it on with these 2 bottom 2. If it's flappy and floppy, I'm just going to take it off and leave it off. This car will never see winter. The car will never see winter, any of that. So I'm not too worried about anything getting up in there. It's mainly a splash guard to keep, you know, water and salt and rust and everything flying up into your flywheel, and, you know, damaging your flywheel and whatnot. I don't ever have a problem with that. So the one thing that I need to do is I need to put oil in this thing. I need to put the oil filter on it. I think that stuff's in the shed next door. I'll have to grab the oil and the oil filter. But I want to put it up in the air, tighten the motor mount bolts down, get the starter on it, get that torque down, try to put that cover on. I got to find a bolt, because I don't know what happened, but randomly a bolt just grew legs and walked away. I don't know where it's at, and it's not it's not in the pan where I put everything, so I don't know what happened to it. But it's the the oil cooler line bolt. So get it cracking. We're gonna get it together right now. It's good right there. Alright. I'll grab the light of the sun and get moving on this bad boy. Actually, I want to see what we're looking like besides the oil that was dripping from there. Oh yeah, I got to put the translights back up into that clip right there, zip tie that together. Looks like they're not really hanging down. I forgot the exhaust actually comes down right there. It's weird not having exhaust on this car. And you know what, actually, I can't believe I totally spaced that off. I don't know if we're going to put this Y-pipe back on it just so I can drive it and get it the hell out of here, or what we're going to do. But I'm going to wipe down this oil, or the trans pan. And yeah, as you can see right here, this is what happened. It's totally, this is the rag, here's the other part of the rag. It totally shattered all this. So we're gonna have to go all the way up in here somewhere and cut all the way over to here, cut it down, cut this flat section out right here, and try to weld that all in. The only problem with that also that I'm now realizing is these are all gas lines and they're super rusted, which I didn't plan on changing until I got down to Chris's house to do everything else. And I do believe, let me see, this one, the bottom one here, yeah, that is a brake line. The other three, like even this one is like not super happy either. But yeah, these are gas lines. So I didn't plan on changing these. Chris has a nice set off of one of his cars he's going to give me, which is the reason why we were soaking these bolts in the first place, so that when it gets down there we could take it out. Now instead we got to figure out a way to try to tack weld and weld possibly above these lines without catching the car on fire, and cutting it out probably, like I said, here to probably here, and welding a piece in, marking the holes, you know, after supporting it and everything's up where it needs to be and all that. So I don't even know. The car's probably not going to be out the rest of the season due to the fact that, one, these exhaust manifolds ain't going to go back on, or the Y pipe. And if the Y pipe comes down, it only connects to here where we cut it. So it's going to be loud as hell. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. But as of right now, I'm just going to get back to where I was. Starting to get off track here. So we'll get back to this. I'm going to get the tools out and then start cracking this together. There's a 17 and a 5/8, so I think everything's still out right here. I forgot. Okay, there's a 17 on the one side, and there's a 17, there's a 19, and there's a 5/8. But I'm gonna need Hey.
How are you?
Good. Just running a little late. I gotta tell Ken, whenever you see me with this, that means I had to deal with hangry women. They were hungry and angry. So as soon as I got them cheese curds, everything was all good.
Of course.
Yeah, they were
Cheese curds are the best.
Yeah, they were hangry. I don't know why, but yeah. So I was like, had to hurry up.
You can't go wrong with A&W cheese curds and a root beer.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it was funny because I was eating leftovers and she's like, let's go to A&W. I'm like, okay. I didn't order anything for myself except for a root beer float.
Yeah.
They got all the food they wanted. I went home and finished off the leftovers. And like, the root beer floats are awesome. Hannah's never had one. She was like, woo. Oh man. I told her, I said, it's a catch-22. I told you this from get-go. It's a catch-22. Either I'm not here because I'm working on the car because you want to get the cars done, or I'm here and the cars aren't getting done, then you're bitching that the cars don't get done. So it's one or the other. So now we're all good. I told her that from the get-go. We thought we had an understanding, but I guess not. Now we do. I hope.
I was kind of hoping he's actually going to come out with us this year with a car.
You know what? And that's why Marty was so happy. She's like, now we got 2 cars and then this. I'm like, fuck. The bad part is the gas lines are right there by it and they're rotted. And to try to move them, to try to weld around them, it's going to be hell. We just opened a major can of worms that wasn't supposed to be open until it was getting all new steel. I was like, damn it, Ken, why didn't you listen to your son? You gotta listen to the mad scientist. Whenever you ask him a question, if we question it and he says, don't do it, you don't do it. But you literally watched Kenny walk out the door. As soon as he shut the door, he went, and shattered everything. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Because
Yeah, I gotta find a trans cooler line bolt now, or a oil cooler line bolt to bolt this back up. It's
the door open for the dog.
I don't know.
It's a small headed bolt. like a 10 mil.
So that's when you lost?
Yeah, that's that one that I know I had it.
Did we drop something down on top of the K member and then we never found it?
No,
Yeah.
that wasn't that bolt.
But it was.
It was something.
Oil pan bolt, because I said I got more of those. So you probably stuck that bolt in the oil pan, which they're probably the same thing.
You know what? I think it is. I bet you that's exactly what happened. Yeah, because remember we were digging around in here, and I was sticking my hand in this hole,
Right.
and you're like,
I said
it probably went down in there. It's the same as an oil pan bolt. It's for the what it actually bolts up to is the black off plate for the on block fuel pump.
Right.
So it's literally like a 10 mil.
These are all.
Whatever.
This bucket is all small bolt, small
It's
block.
like that. But that ain't the same thread, I guarantee it.
So this box should be.
I could try it, but it's blue, so it probably came off Kenny's car.
It's laying around the floor. It's fair game.
Fair game.
Be 10mm head, right?
10 millimeter head, yeah. This, I think it's way too long, and also it went in about three threads and stopped, so it's not the right thread pitch.
Right.
I knew it wasn't just by looking at it.
I'm sure there's one in here somewhere. They're all well, mostly. That goes in that box. But
Oh, you just moved it. I just thought I'd just seen it.
about that one right here.
Nope.
No.
It's got a head like this, or kind of like, almost like that. But I seen it. It was.
That one right there.
Nope. That one. Damn, where'd it go? I know I've seen it. Oh, right there. I think that's it right there, because that's a shorter,
Probably.
like a shorter version of this. And look at the thread pitch is different. I bet you this is
There
it.
should be some in here. So.
Let me clean this up real quick and check. Come on. There you go. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, looky. It fits. What do you mean you knew it would?
I knew I had one in there.
I knew it would fit. You know what? I don't know how the hell we're gonna do that, because those are gas lines right there, and they're pretty rotted too.
Go flip the purple car over on its side.
What?
Go flip the purple car over on its side.
And do what?
Take the gas lines off.
We need oil filter. What else is down here? Got to hook up starter. Yeah, throw the starter in. It ain't got no exhaust on it. All right, where's the oil and oil filter? What happened to that?
Is that in a box?
Remember we had it all down there.
Come on, hey, look at this. I think I put it in the shed. I know it's
I looked in the shed and I didn't see it. Unless it's in a box and something's on top of that box and I didn't see it in a box. Oh, would have been nice if I
stuff
did.
over here, wasn't it?
Yep, I didn't even look to the right that far. Dumbass. Ooh, runaway oil. So we no longer get these little filters after this.
Check that, but make sure it fits before you put oil in.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Pre-lube your oil filter. No dry starts. Alrighty.
Blinding me, now I'm blinding you.
I can see beyond the shadows. Trying to get at these again because I don't remember. I know I hit them, but I wasn't sure because Kenny was partially in the way of doing that exhaust. And I couldn't remember if I actually got all of them or not. Kind of like I second guessed myself on the oil pan bolts, and then I'm kind of glad I did because I missed 2 of them. Yeah, these are all good. Double checking that. Everybody's, oh my God, your tools are so nasty. You know what that is called? What's that? Lubrication, so they don't rust. Well.
Pull that steering shaft out of there.
For what?
Did it. If you replace the lines, you'd have to pull the steering shaft to get the lines out.
Seems like you're just wanting to open more and more of a can of worms, aren't you?
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, you are.
Quick car?
You know what? And actually, I've really been thinking about it. The only problem is that whole T-top thing is what kills me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because, like you said, even though you guys redid Tom's T-top, his seals, his shit still fucking leaks. And the way that thing leaks, and that you know, like I said, I could put 5 tarps on that car. I could go out and get a brand new tarp. Actually, I have one, and tarp that whole car. And I guarantee you, there'll be this much water in that floorboard, and I don't know how.
You'd have the only Z92 T-top car.
I'm glad it didn't go far. I was gonna be pissed. What size was it? Do we keep that one out here? That was the 8 mil. Yep. Okay. What?
No, I need to call Kenny and someone bring his cutoff tools home.
Cutoff tools.
Yeah.
I'm not sweating anything anymore. Get it all done. Oh, I didn't know I was gonna do that. And the wire stays on. The wire stays on it. Oh, look at all. Hear all the rust? Rust is everywhere, it's just falling all over the place. And as usual, I dropped a little ass nut. Didn't see where it went. There it is. Glad I got good eyes. All right. Back again. All right. Take two. All right. Get up in here. Actually, you know what? That's kind of stupid. Here. How about this? How about you just hang out right here with your cousin? And I'm gonna get some bolts. That one's up and good. That's up and good. Alright, that's that. Let's get these wires on here. What the hell just happened? Tell me the solenoid just broke. Fuck. God damn it. Well, that's the end of that one. Looks like I'm going to buy a new starter. Fucking asshole. Bullshit. Fuck, man. Another 53 fucking dollars I didn't want to spend, but whatever. Got a starter laying around?
Maybe. Did you break off?
Look, see the shiny side?
Mm-hmm.
It should have been the other way. It went on, it was fine. Started by hand, ratcheted it down. That's the 8mm. The solenoid for the solenoid snapped it clean off. So I'm like, phew.
Look over there on the floor. Watch out for the mouse traps.
It's either that or I go buy a brand new one, which is $54. Whatever. You said, look over here on the floor. I have to look very far.
I knew there was one over there. Look at this.
It's a Delco too. What's that? Fuel line?
Black.
Do what?
Somebody looking for a black rear seat.
You know the only thing, you know one thing I noticed about that was missing on Maddie's car too? Her passenger side seat belt guide that goes into the headrest. The plastic, like that one right there behind you, the gray one.
The shoulder?
Yeah, the shoulder one, that's missing. That's like one of the only trim pieces missing on the whole car. Almost everything else I put back on it that was missing because I had it laying around.
For a black rear seat for a 91. I don't think I have anything I'd want to sell. I got that one in the house that I got from you for a trade.
Yeah, but doesn't that go along with the interior trade?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that deal's still on.
Hopefully you don't have to shim this.
Oh, I got shims around somewhere too. Well, maybe not. I'm gonna throw them all away.
I had shims. Oh, shims are in the top of my toolbox at home. Oh.
Fuel line, brake line thing.
Yeah, it's fuel line and brake lines.
Well, I'm looking. I see master cylinder or the
Oh, yeah.
portioning valve.
Portioning valve.
I know these are the fuel lines. There's three. There's only three. Oh,
Because the
these-
other one is right here.
Right. And then this is another piece of it.
That's evap or
Right.
something.
What is this connected to? Is this a short piece or a long piece?
It's a short one.
Oh, there it is. Here it is. Yeah, this is the whole brake line. It goes all the way to the back.
I thought it was still connected to the fuel pump, but it's not. Because there's a fuel pump hang.
Yeah, it's just hanging there though.
Yeah.
The sending it is just hanging there.
Sound like Ken now.
Hmm?
Sitting there ripping ass. That sound like Ken now.
Oh. It's an A&W8.
Oh, that one was broke anyway, the short one. For the brake.
Oh.
Snap.
Cut off there. I must have just been
Yeah.
trying to save that, or I thought I was trying to save here. I know I have a whole set of fuel lines, and this set was pretty nice. So I was saving for the 1LE car. Because they're not much better than yours are.
Really? How the hell do you have beautiful cars like that and then you say that?
You should see the other side of that car. Now, is that brake thing still in there?
Yeah.
Is it connected to something? Yeah, 'cause the brake line is... Oh, it's a whole assembly. So yeah, the brake line is in this... There's 4 tubes here. So yeah, the brake line's in here too.
Yeah, it's in the clip.
Mm-hmm. See, I took the whole thing out and I just cut the front one, because that's easy to just reconnect the front one. It was this whole back thing I was trying to save.
And then you got that one.
Yeah, and that's a fuel line though, isn't it?
Yep.
But what's this?
It's weird though.
This is another... No, this is the evap thing.
It's evap. Because that's one that goes up to the charcoal canister from the tank.
Yeah, must be.
Because that's that two-way valve thing that he was telling me about. He's like, you need that,
Who was telling you about that?
Chris.
Oh, okay.
About, eliminating the canister and putting the filter on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was telling me about that.
Okay.
So I know that's where that is. Oh, boy, boy.
Fuel line, it's the main line. It's different style. Now it just doesn't have that sleeve around it, so it must be the short one. Yeah, because this one's bigger.
One's a return.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh, somebody had ground clearance issues here. Oh, that's what keeps it looking new. What do
Yeah,
you-
that was off of that stuff. Off the transmission area.
That's what keeps it looking new.
Just sliding around on the ground.
Possibly.
I'll have to bench test that, make sure it's any good.
Well, that's easy. Positive ground. Meow. Meow. That is crazy. You can replace just the solenoid on these, can't you?
You can't buy solenoid.
No?
I don't think. You take that solenoid off and put it on your starter.
And then the only other problem with this shit too is this bolt that I need, the nut is this one. It's missing off here.
Of course.
And that's the one that's got this in it.
We can get that off.
Oh,
Maybe.
have to find out, huh? Yeah, trials and tribulations of a third-gen junkie. Might as well, I think we can go further. Which one's positive, which one's negative?
That's negative in your hand.
I forgot how the hell.
Usually do that. Grab that. You have to touch both those at the same time.
Well, that's awesome. Try to kill myself.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Hold
on?
it so it does, no, it's not on yet. Ready?
Sure it's that one?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it this one?
Maybe it was that one. Maybe it was those two.
This is scary. I don't like electricity.
It's DC one.
Ooh.
Fail. It's not. Here, let's try it one more time. Try it again.
Why is it moving on just this? Alright, I had that big nut. Where did I do it? Might have to steal that one nut off. No, there it is. Whoop. Let's see here. Starter wires are good. On. What was I gonna do? There it is. God. Look at this.
Jeez.
What you playing with now?
Wait, what?
So what you playing with now? I don't want them taking so much time cleaning this. I didn't even check to see if it'll actually stay up with 2 bolts. Right? Wiggles a little bit, but it's up there. It works. Put some oil in her.
Now we gotta put the distributor cap and all that shit back together.
Yeah, put the coil in and the distributor cap. So it gets down to everything.
Right.
Want to keep this jug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He starts work at 6 o'clock in Elburn. Just gonna come by at 5:30 tomorrow morning.
I get to do the job yesterday, but really. What's a lot of the green tape? I'm like, just spots, so when you guys look at it.
So, don't spend any money, but any of my money, but fix what you can fix.
And 8. Alright, that's all that. 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2, 1. Looks good to me.
You done under the hood, Chris?
Well, that's just this ear.
That's,
Here, while you get technical.
oh god. Yeah, I'm
I
pretty.
don't know about. I guess we're not quite